Frog and Toad Are Friends is a book by Arnold Lobel. The book has 5 stories about friendship between Frog and Toad. What do you like to do with your friends? What does friendship mean to you? Composers sometimes write music connected to stories we know. Listen to a song about the friendship of Frog and Toad.
Frog and Toad together, they really are a pair. When you look for one of them, the other will be there. Frog and Toad together, they have a lot of fun. You'll always find the two of them, you'll never find just one. Frog and Toad together, they're friends forevermore. Frog and Toad together, 'cause that's what friends are for. That's what friends are for.
I'm going to read you one of the stories of Frog and Toad. This one is called The Letter. Toad was sitting on his porch. Frog came along and said, "What is the matter, Toad? You are looking sad." "Yes," said Toad. "This is my sad time of day. It is a time when I wait for the mail to come. It always makes me very unhappy." "Why is that?" asked Frog. "Because I never get any mail," said Toad. "Not ever?" asked Frog. "No, never," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter. Every day my mailbox is empty. That is why waiting for the mail is a sad time for me." Frog and Toad sat on the porch feeling sad together. Then Frog said, "I have to go home now, Toad. There is something that I must do." Frog hurried home. He found a pencil and a piece of paper. He wrote on the paper. He put the paper in an envelope. On the envelope he wrote, "A letter for Toad." Frog ran out of his house. He saw a snail that he knew. "Snail," said Frog, "please take this letter to Toad's house and put it in his mailbox." "Sure," said the snail, "right away." Then Frog ran back to Toad's house. Toad was in bed taking a nap. "Toad," said Frog, "I think you should get up and wait for the mail some more." "No," said Toad, "I am tired of waiting for the mail." Frog looked out of the window at Toad's mailbox. The snail was not there yet. "Toad," said Frog, "you never know when someone may send you a letter." "No, no," said Toad, "I do not think anyone will ever send me a letter." Frog looked out of the window. The snail was not there yet. "But Toad," said Frog, "someone may send you a letter today." "Don't be silly," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter before, and no one will send me a letter today." Frog looked out of the window. The snail was still not there. "Frog, why do you keep looking out of the window?" asked Toad. "Because now I am waiting for the mail," said Frog. "But there won't be any," said Toad. "Oh yes, there will," said Frog, "because I have sent you a letter." "Have you?" said Toad. "What did you write in the letter?" said Frog. "I wrote, 'Dear Toad, I am glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog.'" "Oh," said Toad, "that makes a very good letter." Then Frog and Toad went out onto the front porch to wait for the mail. They sat there, feeling happy together. Frog and Toad waited a long time. 4 days later, the snail got to Toad's house and gave him the letter from Frog. Toad was very pleased to have it.
So now let's take a look at our page. Our song says Frog and Toad together, they really are a pair. And next to that, it has a little number 1. That's going to be our first verse. So as we sing, we want to make sure that we are paying attention to our first line. And we're following with our finger. And then in our next line, we're going to sing the first verse again. When you look for one of them, the other will be there. Now our digital score does that for us, but sometimes when we use different types of scores, they won't show us that. The next line says, Frog and Toad together, they have a lot of fun. You'll always find the 2 of them, you'll never find just one. At the end of these, we are seeing our repeat sign. Our repeat sign is 2 lines and the 2 dots. It tells us to go back again. Let's repeat for a third time. Frog and Toad together, they're friends forevermore. Frog and Toad together, 'cause that's what friends are for. Now let's follow the line of our coda. Coda, we see the word coda, and we have a circle with a big cross on each side. Let's take a look. That's what friends are for. I can trace my melody with my fingers. That's what friends are for. So I'm starting up in the middle, then I'm going lower, then I'm going a little bit higher, going lower, and then I'm ending on our highest note that we're singing. Remember, you can always use your finger to help connect the dots of your line.